and I'm listening to what you're saying, and
that's deep.
We've been getting a lot of people feeling that way.
Yeah.
And it's like people look at you and say, you know, they look at celebrities and say, man, these guys got the life, they're living, they got money, they got cars, they're happy.
All of that means nothing.
And it goes back to even thinking about the Michael Jackson situation.
Yep, we normal
but hearing
people.
you say that, but the average person doesn't think that.
No, well, I'm trying to school the entertainment business. We have to realize we was put in these positions for a reason. We are not better than the people, greater than them, smarter than them, or more talented than them. Especially for me. Now, look, I'm not a politician, and I don't believe in organized religion, because when you look at politics, if I'm a Democratic and you're a Republican, we got a beef right then and there. Right. If I'm a Muslim and you're a Christian, and even within those entities, up until Obama was running, I didn't know, even if you're a Democrat, you still got differences. Liberalism, conservatism, moderates. I'm like this. I was given the foundation of hip-hop. I was given the foundation of hip-hop, and what Run DMC did, people said, man, Run DMC wasn't just a rap group to us. It wasn't just about music. We changed relationships. We changed perception. We changed business. We changed fashion. So for me, I have a responsibility. So what happened was, I said, if I do die tomorrow, people know my musical legacy. First to go gold, first to go platinum, first in the Rolling Stone, first in the all of that stuff. But nobody knows about the little boy Darryl who became DMC. And what I want to communicate to the younger generation is, there's not a generation gap with these hip-hoppers, but it's an information gap. The OGs ain't communicating with the shorties. All these rappers can do and say what they want to say. It's not what they're saying that's the problem with hip-hop, it's what they ain't saying. And I tell these kids, yo, all the great rap records, all these legendary rappers, Run DMC, Public Enemy, Grandmaster Flash, Africa Bambaataa, and the Zulu Nation, which was a street gang in New York, all the great rap records was written by individuals 12 to 22 years old. These kids don't know that. They think what I'm saying here at 45, they go, excuse me, Mr. DMC, by all due respect, you're more mature and wise and you have experience. And I said, my little brother, sister, yes, that's true. But I've been saying this since I was 8. Go listen to what we were rapping. When we was making our rap records, it wasn't just to spit a freestyle, impress my friend. And it wasn't just about radio play and record play. We had the powers to be. Educators, politicians, religious people going, do you hear and see what these young people are saying? So when I found out that I was adopted, that came from me going, I want to write a book that's just going to say this. I'm Darryl McDaniel, who happens to be DMC of Run DMC from the groundbreaking rap group Run DMC. I was born May 31st, 1964. So to make it more interesting for the reader, I call my moms up. Yo, Mom, I'm writing this book. I know my birthday is May 31st. I just want to know 3 things. How much did I weigh? What time I was born? What hospital? She tells me. Love you, hung up the phone. An hour later, she calls back. This is at age 35, several years ago. She goes, we have something else to tell you. You was a month old when we brought you home and you're adopted. I found this out as a grown man that did all this stuff now. I was already at a point in my life where I was a metaphysical, suicidal, alcoholical, spiritual wreck. Now finding out at age 35 that you're adopted and everybody in the neighborhood and school and family knew except you. That's a reason to commit suicide. But when she told me that, the void was immediately filled. And then I realized something. Yes, I'm Darryl McDaniel, Spifer and Banners, my mother and father. Grew up in Hollis, Queens, New York. Met Run and Jay, made a record, Run DMC. All this stuff was added to me. But the reason why I was getting depressed was I didn't have the complete identity of who I really was as a people. So when she told me you're adopted, I sat back for a minute and I thought about I was given the foundation of hip-hop. Oh, I'm adopted, and then I was a foster kid for these months. So I got something that I can relate to this generation of youth here. I'm not better than them, greater than